Hey everyone. Today I saw Where the Wild Things Are, and I was gonna review this tomorrow, but I feel I would explain it better if I did it tonight. So I'm doing it a little later tonight. Warning ahead that there will be spoilers, just because I'm gonna kind of review impacts of the movie. So just be careful if you haven't seen it or if you don't care, whatever. But yeah. But anyways, Where the Wild Things Are. I wasn't a big I didn't worship the book. I had it in my little boy book collection. I was very I really liked it. I always enjoyed the book. I read it a lot, and I liked it, but I didn't worship it. It wasn't my all-time favorite kids story or anything, but I still really liked it. But when I heard that this movie's coming out, I was actually really excited. I don't know why, but I was really excited to see it. I'm not sure why I was, but when I saw the trailer, it got me really pumped to see it. So I saw it tonight with a bunch of friends. And the story is about a boy named Max who he loves to be wild. He's in a wolf costume, and he runs around, and he basically just acts crazy. And I'm gonna kind of do the plot of the movie. And he's kind of a troubled kid. He feels very alone. He runs around, and that's why he does all these crazy things. And so I'll just go to the point. He has anger issues sometimes too when things happen. Like his sister's friends smash his igloo, and he gets really frustrated and goes out of control. But then there's a night where his mom is on a date at her house with him there, and he doesn't like that, and they get in this fight, and he goes crazy and yells at her, and he bites her, and she gets really mad, and so then she yells at him, and he gets mad again, and he runs away. Well, he ends up finding a boat, and he sails to this imaginary island, and finds the wild things, basically. I don't know how many there are. I've never been able to count them. There's quite a few, though, and they're all really unique in their own way. And he runs into them, and he basically becomes king and takes over, and they they'll have all this fun, and really they're the kids. They do kids things. They act like kids and stuff like that. And eventually at the end, he starts missing his mom. And in this one, there is one wild thing. God, what's his name? Because they don't have names in the book. They have names in this one. And the names are authentic, though. They actually came from the writer, but she just didn't, Marie Sendak didn't put them in the book. But I'm trying to think of what the name was. Well, I know what it is if I just thought for a second. But one of them is it's basically the main one in the book too. It's not the one on the cover, but it's the one that you see in the trailer and the one that you see in the poster and everything. He really he's kind of like Max. He really has anger issues. The first thing Max sees when he runs into him is he's destroying some of their houses, and when he finds out that Max is king, he really changes and really is good friends with Max, and things like that. But at the end, when he finds out Max isn't really a king, he's just a boy, he gets very angry, and there's a lot of scary stuff that happens, and so Max decides to leave. I enjoyed all of the movie. All of it was great. Um, but I'm trying to think of how to say this. I liked all of the movie as a whole. I really think that they did a good job with making. I mean, this book, it's a children's book. It's not long at all. It's only a few pages, and the pages only have like a few, like a sentence or two of things that say, and it's mainly a picture book. And they turned it into like a 2-hour and something minute movie, and I thought that was very impressive to add all of this new stuff to it, which is and it all fits in the world of where the wild things are too. It's not anything that seems a little out of place. I really love the way they made the wild things. They're kind of the mixture of the puppets and CGI. I really liked that. And kid who played Max, his real name's Max too. I think it's like Max Records or something. He is great. 12 years old and being able to act like that, that's really impressive. I gave him a lot of props. He did really well. And they all have like the right voices that fit with the wild things. The only things that disappointed me, or that was kind of they disappointed me personally. The ending was very. The thing about the book and the movie is, in them, they really don't give any credit to the wild things. They really at the end, you know, he angers Max, and at the end of the book, it's kind of the same thing. They kind of anger Max, and Max just ends up leaving, and they're sad that he leaves, and he just leaves anyways, and kind of says, "Screw off, I'm leaving." And this one, it's kind of the same too. He comes. There's a little extra cave area that the one wild thing he made like a model of the entire area. And his like dream of what it would look like, and it got destroyed when he was angry, and Max went back there to find it, and he found it destroyed. So he put a heart with his initial in the center of it, and the wild thing found it, and for some reason it really connected to him, and he ran and he wanted to go say goodbye to Max in this, and it was really touching, and I really enjoyed that. But it just really, I felt so. This is the only movie I've ever, like, I don't cry at movies. They just don't make me cry because they're movies. But this is one movie that really made me. I didn't cry like bawl, but I teared up, and I think one reason is it's kind of personally my life too. When I was little, I really had the problems with what happens after you die and what happens when the world blows up, and they focus on what happens after the sun explodes. And they asked the questions that I always asked, and they had the same sense of loneliness that I had, that I really connected with, and it really kind of got me going and made me tear up a little bit. It's actually kind of doing it right now. I'm talking about it. It just really, there's some kind of connection that really hit me there. But it just kind of ended with him saying goodbye, and they were all really sad, and it really depressed me. I remember all of us coming out of the movie just kind of like, man, like we were silent almost the entire way home. But yeah, that's basically the movie. I think it's great. It's just very hard for me to watch just because it's very emotionally touching for me. But it's a great movie, great adaptation to the book. It's just, I think it's great, and I really recommend everyone sees it. So I think that's just about it I have to say. If I had to give it stars, I'd give it 5 stars. So yeah, go see this movie and really feel touched by it.